It started with a 3-day trek downriver, pushing through countless obstacles. This is our setup. We're in one of the... What we get up to. At practice, so if they have the stretched out earlobes, it means that they lived at a time. Poison, which is used to shoot monkey, apparently they have different types of poison. They smell a certain way in order for it to be ripe. They crunch it up, grind it up, put it into a poison dart. Here's one of the darts. Doesn't have the correct. I believe it's kapok that they keep in a gourd, part of their kit, which is the end. But once it goes into the animal, you know, it's pretty easy to feel tough out here when you have things like an inReach. 41, the Spanish conquistador Francisco de Orellana became the first European. Starvation and constant attacks from the indigenous tribes defending their town. It's breakfast this morning. All fried. Story of a local hostile tribe, the Targari, working this small logging crew. There was a guy on the chainsaw named, there was tens of Targari around. The logging crew member, spears, multiple spears coming from the Targari, the boat, they make it to safety. But their buddy, Rambo, he was, tribe's pretty close. They're about 3 days walk from here, and these encounters, they'll have it their way. Very unique because it's the last settlement and right on the edge of the intangible zone. They survived, but Mino has fought to stay independent. They're trying to build a future, and there's a woman in this village with a very special story. About one which struck her in the leg. She pulled it out and ran for her canoe, barely reaching her canoe to escape. Only later did she realize that she had a functioning lung. That's the chances are non-zero, which is
Sí, yo sin pensar, como tú decías al teléfono, no, solo su selva, recolectar, el gobierno no sabe qué quiere el mundo y su selva. Targaryen quiere que deja su tierra libre.
A tapir wandered into the village today, and we're gonna go check all these. I was quite confused about the town occasionally to hang out with Oran, eat some food, and that's why it's a little bit dark.
I think there's a lot of people that come down here with a soccer jersey. Part of you thinks that they've lost their culture, the ultimate survivalist. And the first rule of survival is adaptation. If you live to paddle upstream for 3 days, you take it. They aren't losing their culture by wearing tees or some rain boots, but they'll still out hunt, still out track, and still know exactly the direction you're heading at all times. Because hours now, had no action for the last 2, but it seems like we're finally back onto something. We're just trekking around the jungle looking for sign and calling out, putting bait out to wait on a unsuspecting ant.
Peludo es el limón, pero la hormiga es como ácido que en su boca saliva, mejor eso como una energía.
Oh yeah, just like lemony, salty. Tucked up and inside that belt. So you still see his, you know, all his junk to wear out, and then one of the hunters wrapped a vine around his waist, tucked his foreskin up. Everywhere. I'm betting something like this tree here with all its little all of the Arctic tundra. On Sunday morning in January 1956, 5 American missionary warriors. It was international news. Life magazine covered it. Contact opened the door. It brought medicine and education, but it also Missionary said mucho malaria in reference poquito malaria, let alone mucho. from North America 20,000 years ago. They'll tell you that the Waorani are linguists. Talk to you about maps. They'll tell you about the jaguar.
El jaguar.
The earth actually opens up and what emerges is something small, like a... In their world, the jaguar isn't just a cat. It is a sacred bird of this jungle. Good morning, everyone. Today is a new day and on a need-to-know basis, but it's always fun to follow the locals. We're gonna eat some bugs today. A whole handful of massive grubs here that seem like... Yeah. Well, we're gonna get into this guy a little later. I don't. So I just learned that while first contact was made many years later, he actually lived at a time before first contact. Turns out that right. He got one. Yeah, I dropped. Seems like so much work to... We aren't alone out here. Within Yosemite National Park, at night, to hide their smoke from planes, they plant crops under the canopy from illegal loggers. Though the contacted Waorani I'm with now are fighting it, relatives hiding just over that next ridge. Earlier, cooked. Kill anything the last couple days, but you know, they're cute creatures, but also this is absolutely a place of nightmares to be lost in. Getting lost up in the air. Honestly, it begs the question, where do they all go?
What?
Seems to be hit, but does not seem to be falling. There you go. Guys, and also an odd one. Never seen a monkey this close, never held a monkey on a daily basis, so amazing, sad at the same time. Parasites on the outside and just getting it ready to cook. This is a monkey. I came here looking for an adventure, to hunt with the mountains lights to the true humans. For centuries they called everybody else woven they are into the fabric of this forest. You realize their name isn't Eric. And I'll be sleeping on the ground and I still don't have a shelter, so still gonna be a challenge. So I found an awesome freshwater stream right beside camp. The parasite Giardia. Giardia will mess up your gut, but once when I get back to society. But in this case, because I have things they're going. In these densely packed alder forests, make room for others to survive. Oh wow! As I was, getting here, but I figured this would come in handy. Couldn't lie to you guys. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Way out, and I see something across the bay that I'm gonna go check out, but first, salty, but a nice little snack to fill my belly. Bears in this area, though I also hear they're relatively harmless. Wait for another day. I'm pooched, the sun's setting. I'm gonna pack her in. I gotta explore this area because it's unique. Well, but I'm gonna head to sleep. I'm gonna use that. But till then, it's way too cold to just endure. There's a little bit of moss beneath me, but it's still lumpy challenges, so no complaints. Coffee. There's a ton of shellfish in the area. Red tide creates this PSP, paralytic. Yeah, the red tides cause these shellfish to have a concentration of... Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, break. To make this bow drill set because everything around here just has but the inside of this wood is bone dry. The cedar tree scraped off. This is nice and dry and it's gonna make my tinder bundle. I'm just gonna take that little bit of sap that I found earlier. Oh, look at that. Check out this area once the tides go down. It's much faster to just cut through. Out. First meal of many. Wow, I'm already feeling the life come. Quick nap. It's already 2:30, and then I'm gonna explore a little bit more. There's something I want to show you. Coffee, and it's time to go take a number 2 in the woods. So I'm gonna show you guys 6-inch hole using a stick. Squat over top. They're a little kinky. And you go back to front. And if the moss is wet, it's time to get out and do a little bit of exploring. The tide's high. Solution here. There's an old forestry road here. Lumberyard around here. And I think they decommissioned. Obviously it looks a little different than the cedar forest in which we're posted. No way.
What?
I said, how can I help you?
Just yeah.
King of England for some tea. Ooh, yeah. Delicious. On trail. And it's also dinner. On this, so I'm gonna flip this upside down. I was hoping for crabs and all I got was snail. Time, and tonight we're having escargot and put it on the snail, escargot and chanterelle. Great day today. I'm actually way more fed than I thought I'd with the calories that I need to be eating. So, gotta bow drill that thing back up, but we'll... Hi there, little darling. Oh, yes, I would like one coffee, please. And how would... Oh, of course. Ah. I feel like I just lucked out, but my luck might be ending. My shelter's bomb-proof because when stuff gets wet around here, I'm gonna go explore a little bit, see if I can forge something. Cool. All this looks delicious. These ones are definitely too old to eat. It's better tasting. Honestly, I'm only gonna take as much as I think I can eat. Taking a little... Texture is like chicken. I don't think it tastes like chicken. I have no idea, but who knows. In all honesty, it's probably not the best idea eating much calories to be gained from there, and there's a lot of eating strange things from the wilderness and eating the same foods. What were they thinking? Pretty good. Fairly chewy. It's nice. With some seasoning, I don't want to go back there. I see the bear right there. So it seems like the bear dipped off into the wood. I saw, see if there's anything of use to me there. Problem is, it's kind of getting away. Yes. Look at all the tons of salmon here. I don't have fishing line. I don't have lures on me. The menu, we just got to catch one. That's a day 4 activity. The salmon. Well, tide's out, but I am not feeling snaily today. I'm gonna wait for the bears to leave and the tide to come up a bit. Oh, it's terrible. I don't really have many options right now. The shellfish. Try again. I'm gonna hang it up here to see if the black bear. Black bear's right there, but it looks like it could be all right. Over here. Okay. Kieran look like this is his territory, not mine. So McElroy, he is an amazing survival instructor, stand-up guy, and I plan to take some more in the future. So if you guys are interested in little kitten-sized bear, it's called an artisan conch. So heading out tomorrow, first thing. This is a cool tree. It means my body's eating its fats faster. The day 2 hunger pain, more stoked for, is a juicy, mark my words. So. Plastic ends up in the ocean, washes up on beaches all over the world. It's just containers for storing fluids. And often all the UV will kill all the bacteria inside, if any. Like a nice little spot. There's a bit of a breeze here, which is good. It'll help keep down the bugs. The GoPro mounts, bags if it rains, cleaning cloths for, these are all external power banks, solar panel, fin and flippers. This is a snorkeling set here, Hawaiian sling, keep me off the ground, get me a little bit more comfortable. It won't, however, but I'm happy I did. I got this bed sheet, which is gonna keep me nice, bit of clothing, sunglasses, headlamp, custom made spear gun. This thing is really cool. I can't wait. No food, no water, no shelter. A lot to do, including building a shelter, so an idea of what to do. But for now, this is all I got. So this and the coconuts I collected earlier are gonna be my water situation for the day. I'm gonna here, and then the shelter somewhere here, protected from the rains and the high winds. So there's all. Brakes. Once. Siphon the water from this into, we get some clean drinking water. Oh, it's delicious. Well, it's not finished and it's not perfect. It's not waterproof either, but I'm wiped. And then obviously I need to get into food because I haven't really eaten anything. Coconuts, but there's not a ton of water in there. I need real that for tomorrow. But for now I'm gonna rest because I'm pooched. So I swear I just heard something. Something kind of this on this blade here, back and forth. I had an ember, but I lost it. I think I'll get it on the next one. See the ember in there? We got fire, baby! Woo! I can't tell you how nice it is to get the fire going. See if it comes back around. If not, I'm gonna.
Well, we got the fire going, so I got an idea. I'm gonna get going on that now.
Even with the life straw, I'm gonna make a filter using the charcoal, but the boiling is what's gonna make everything great. And hopefully by the iteration on this thing, I can definitely make it so the charcoal doesn't leach through. Get pure. You can also boil water in plastic. So I'm gonna do that. But it is possible. And up to this point, I could have got through one of these desert islands with just simple machete. All right. The water. This is the den of a coconut crab, I believe. So I cut open, not natural. It's actually made by some chicken-like bird that, but that's something I'm gonna check for on another. I wonder if it's dangerous. I'm just gonna back out of here slowly. So that's a good sign, or maybe not. I'm gonna have to come back out looking for. Look at the size of that lobster shell. Off some lunch. Fish, baby! Woo! Two's good enough for now. I'm a little bit shooken up. I was just swimming in there in a big weekend and I didn't really know how far I got pushed or whatever. But perfect little fillet board. Almond leaves. Actually, I already feel my body coming back to life a little bit. So I don't know. Sun sets fairly soon. It's those huge mounds. That's like a chicken. It's called a manipole. Set a trap just above the ground so it can eat it. Woo, so beautiful. All right, I think it's dark enough to go check on those crabs. Her name was Amelia Earnhardt. She was the first woman to crash somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and she was lost for many, many years. She was eaten by coconut crabs. I think the story goes a little bit and then crashed by the coconut crabs. Anyway, mountains, setting another trap. Having that fish to fuel my belly was so many coconuts, bit of rainwater left, and still all that. Look for that pig. Saw it today and I know it's somewhere out there, but it scares me. All right, let's get in the shelter. Now let's just wait out the night. Chilled out. It's just after 2 a.m. The shelter's nice and dry. It's cozy. Absolutely brutal night's rest once again. The rain has a way of coming, so I'm just gonna rest here this morning and get going on stuff. Water in these plastic water bottles I found on the beach. But for now, I gotta just check out this primitive spear gun. This point with a machete, super cool. I'm stoked. All right, I'm gonna fish right off my beach here. That one. Woohoo! Nice. So the pig's been coming. What we can do? So I'm gonna go back to camp and just chill. Right there. I'm not gonna shoot that mama. Maybe it was the pigs, they are around, or maybe it was the coconut. That's okay, because I'm in paradise. Nearly let the fire go out today. I think I'm gonna hike back over to the shipwreck side and I'll tell you guys the story of that. And there's a cool story behind this shipwreck. You see, during World War II, only a one, which means I have to be a lot closer, which means I might as well use this thing, so. So Mama's been getting into my coconut bait. I'm joking, I wish. Oh. So when I was collecting firewood a little earlier, just before sunset, he said that there's lobster in these waters. Could I eat some food, but it's lobster, baby. Fire into the shelter, but then shortly after the rain stopped, so I came back. Manifold. Didn't have too much luck. Got one little small guy, probably like 50 calories. Enjoying my afternoon, waiting for the local fishermen to. Yeah, beautiful day here on my last full day on the Adam. What have I done? Oh my God, that's crazy. Help get me coconuts because that is a lot. These are the absolute best coconuts I've had all trip, and turns out it only takes Follow their leads. Up. They're pulling the fish up by the boatload right now. The big ones too. All right, we're feasting tonight. So, oh my God, that was absolutely so much fun and definitely the highlight of my. Tried to say no. It didn't feel right, to be honest. Feel good. Chili strips on almond leaf. And may I suggest pairing that with coconut? Bon appetit. Wow, there's like a whole... Oh yeah, a massive storm, and it tried to seek refuge in that, a little different from... I'm heading off to sleep, so I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Good night. See this black stuff on the tip of this dart? This is karare. This is the exact same weapon used by the hostile, uncontacted tribes just miles. So afraid of the outside world that they'd kill to stay hidden. I have so many...
El comido, el jaguar, abominable.
We are deep in the Ecuadorian, their absolute favorite food, primate. Passion, it hasn't touched us yet. Actually, you know what? Of this cookright, or whatever palm this is. And I think they're gonna make it here. They're not even bringing them back, they're just doing it. Through the jungle, you realize that they live their entire lives in the present moment, and it'll just spiral out of control.